Hi, everybody. It's Katie here. I see some of you are signing on. Excellent. If you are online with me now, can you just chat in the comments below and let me know if you can hear me all right? That would be really great. Hey, Biz. Can you guys hear me okay? Can everybody hear me? Testing, testing. Hi, Claudia. Claudia, can you hear me? You just type in the chat. Thank you. Okay. Okay, we got a couple more minutes. It's about 2 more minutes. We'll give people a little bit more time to sign on. For everybody that's on, thank you so much for joining me. Just sit tight. You guys, it's Katie. Thanks, Isabel. Excellent. Just getting a few other things set up on my end. Thanks for the messages, you guys. Okay. All right, you guys, it's 12 o'clock. We're going to get started. Hey, Marianne. So nice to see familiar faces. All right, great. Thank you for joining me. My name is Katie Rowe Mitchell, and we are here for another class, another Unfold Digital class. So today I wanted to share, I've been doing a lot of computer work. And I'm a yoga teacher, but I still do a lot of computer work. So my morning has pretty much been sitting behind a desk. So I thought that it would be nice to get up and do some really feel good poses to stretch the low back and to stretch the hips and kind of relieve some of that tension. That's where I tend to hold tension in my body, the hips and the low back. So we're going to work with that today. So one thing that I'm trying out today, and I invite you guys to try it too, is I took off my shoes. I work from home most of the time, so right now I'm able to do that, and I think it's just so good. If you're able to take your shoes off and roll your feet around, roll your ankles around, great. And if you can't, it's not a big deal. Keep them on. It's not a problem. You can absolutely do it with these shoes on. So, all right, excellent. So we're going to get started. So start by taking a nice tall seat. Make sure that the soles of the feet are flat on the floor. And you can either bring your hands to the table or just right into the lap. Okay, and just begin by closing your eyes. Relax the eyes, the mouth, and the jaw. Let go of any tension in the forehead. And just begin by taking a few deep breaths. One of the best things about this practice, the yoga practice, is it meets us exactly where you are. Meets you right where you are. So if you're feeling tired, or if you're feeling energized, or if you're feeling worried or anxious, or maybe a little bit down, it doesn't matter. You start where you are. And all of these postures and yoga poses that we do, we can do them with a specific intention. So I'd like for you at this point to just notice, observe the way that the body is feeling at this very moment. Notice the way that the mind is behaving. And just meet yourself there very openly without judgment. I like to think of inviting myself into the practice. I do this just by taking a moment to slow down and check in. So 3 more breaths. Okay, from this very present, calm place, start to open up the eyes, keep the face nice and relaxed, and let's begin with some backward shoulder rolls. So inhale, lift the shoulders up, and exhale, roll them back and down. Just do that a few more times. You can keep the eyes open or closed, either is fine. We're starting to move in a very deliberate, intentional, and mindful way. Big movements. Start to sense the shoulder blades moving up and down your back, moving towards the spine and away from the spine. Let's do one more big backward shoulder roll to make it feel really good. Okay. And pause with the shoulders back and down. Just gently bring the right ear to the right shoulder. And exhale the chin down to the chest. And left ear to left shoulder. And continue with this gentle head roll. So again, very simple, basic movement, but when we slow down and bring a lot of attention to the way that we're moving the body, that's when we really start to get the benefits of this work. Okay, pause with the chin down towards the chest, with the head back up to neutral. Okay, interlace the hands behind the head for our seated cow-cat. So we'll roll those shoulders back and down, lift up through the chest, lift the chin, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, come the opposite direction. Drop the chin, round the spine. And again, inhale, look up, lift up, extend. And exhale to round, flex the spine, look down. Okay, one more. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, let's pause at the top. We're going to keep the hands behind the head. Just take it from side to side. So a little variation of our seated moon stretch. And we want to link the breath to the movement here too. So inhale as you come up, keep the chest nice and lifted, keep the head pressing back into your hands, and exhale as you go over to the other side. A couple more like this. Inhale up, exhale over. One more, inhale up, and exhale over. Okay. Inhale back up to center, lower the arms, just give yourself a big hug. As tight as you can, doesn't matter what arm's on top. And little circles with the rib cage. I call this a rib cage roll. So a nice, smooth, three-dimensional movement. Okay, and then go the other way. Same thing, just roll it out in the other direction. Okay. And pause at the top, unwind those arms, take a big breath in, open up your arms, look up, lift the chin, lift the chest, and then let it go. Okay, let's come to stand. Let's do a little bit of standing work. So if you joined on a little bit late, I'm doing today's practice with my shoes off just for the fun of it. If you can take your shoes off in your office, great. If not, no sweat. You don't have to at all. All right, so we're gonna start with a standing thigh stretch. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of sitting today, a lot of computer work. So grab onto the chair or the side of the desk, doesn't really matter. We'll do the right foot first. We'll just start by grabbing that right ankle, giving it a nice tight grip. You can also grab the back of your pant leg if the ankle feels like it's too hard. Press that right kneecap down. Keep your belly really strong here. So think about moving the tailbone down as you lift the chest up. We're looking to open up the front of the right hip. And from here, you can maybe challenge the balance. So reach that left arm forward any amount, maybe straight up towards the ceiling. And then you can challenge the balance even more by looking up. Do 2 more breaths. Okay, and then release, and we'll do the second side. So grab the left ankle or the back of the left pant leg, either is fine. Press that left kneecap down. Engage your belly. Keep the tailbone nice and heavy. Use your chair or your desk for support. Start to feel that nice opening sensation through the front of the left hip. Option to reach the arm forward or maybe straight up to challenge the balance a little bit more. All right, and then from here, continue with your breathing and maybe try taking the gaze up in space. It'll be harder to balance this way, a little bit of a brain workout. Breathe. Last breath. Good. Okay, and then release. Okay, come back to stand and we're gonna roll out the ankles. So just lift up your right knee, draw the right knee in towards the chest, and give that right ankle a little roll. Do it a few times in each direction. If your shoes are off, great. If they're not, no problem. And then do it the other way. All right, now from here, we'll move into an eagle pose. We're gonna start with the legs. So cross this right leg right over the left. So you're squeezing those inner thighs together and balancing on one foot. Okay, so you're using your chair or your desk for support. Keep the belly really strong. Option 1, just stay here. Option 2, give yourself another one of those big hugs. Doesn't matter what arm's on top. We're drawing all of that attention and awareness right to the midline, right to the center of the body. And breathe. Work on taking big, deep breaths into your back. Right? And when you give yourself a hug like this and your hands are around the sides of the rib cage, you can kind of feel the back body expand. One more breath. All right, unwind the arms, unwind the legs. Take a big breath in, reach your arms up, look up, lift your chin and your chest. And exhale, lower back down into our mountain pose. And we'll do the second side. Start by lifting up that left knee. You can challenge the balance by lifting the hands up off of your chair or keep your hand there for support. And let's start with those ankle rolls. And go the other way. Okay, an eagle pose on this side. So cross that left leg over the right as tightly as you can. So you're squeezing your inner thighs together. Standing leg is a little bit bent. Belly is strong. Take a big breath in. You can stay here, holding onto the chair or desk for support, or add that big hug with the arms. So big breath in. Exhale. Wind it up. Really focus on the exhalation here. It's going to help you to stay really strong and steady. Belly strong. The legs are strong. They're squeezing in towards the center. And again, those big deep breaths into your back. So you'll feel the whole back part of the rib cage expand and contract as you breathe in and out. One more breath. Good. Okay, next inhale, unwind the arms, unwind the legs. Take a big breath in, look up, reach up. And exhale back into mountain pose. Okay, next up is our standing pigeon. So you can face the chair or the desk. I'll do the left leg first this time. It's kind of make like a little bit of a figure 4 shape. So you're gonna bend the left knee and plant that left ankle on top of your right knee. Now from here, start to bend your standing leg and imagine like you're sitting back into a chair. Kind of use your hand to help bring the ankle up a little bit higher if you need. Keep that left ankle nice and strong, flexed and engaged. Spread the toes. Sit back into that imaginary chair, and from here you can keep the chest up and breathe. You can go a little bit deeper into the pose by folding forward a little bit. So maybe come onto the forearms on your chair or on your desk, or maybe even lower the forehead all the way down. Pose feels so good for the hips, for the low back, but I also like that it's standing, so it's a little more energizing. Let's take 2 more big breaths here. Breathe. Last breath. Okay, let's lift up the chest and do the second side. So bend the right knee, plant that right ankle right on top of the left knee. You can use your hand to help. Use the table for some support. Start to bend that standing leg. Imagine like you're sitting back into an imaginary chair behind you. All right, use your table or your chair for support. Keep the chest lifted and work on breathing here. Keep that top ankle nice and flexed. Spread the toes. Or you can start to exhale and fold forward any amount. So maybe come onto the forearms or lower the forehead all the way down onto a surface. And breathe. And breathe. Last breath. And come on back up and relax. Back to mountain pose. All right, we got one more pose for us. We're gonna do a seated forward fold. So I'm gonna keep my chair back here so you can see me. Just take a seat in your chair and widen your feet just a little bit. Just a little bit of space here. Okay, really gentle. Start with a big breath in. We're just gonna stretch the low back. So start to round the spine, hinge forward, and step 1, just kind of bring the elbows onto the knees and let the head relax down. So you can stay here, or maybe go a little bit further and take your hands, place them right on top of your feet or right on top of your shoes. And let the head relax again. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Maybe grab hold of opposite elbows to give yourself a little bit of gentle traction through the spine. And we'll do 3 more breaths. Breathe. And breathe. Last breath. Okay, slowly come up. Be mindful not to hit your head on your desk. You can use your hands to help you back up. Just take a moment, make sure there's no dizziness. Notice the effects of the inversion. Notice the effects in the spine. Good, and then open those eyes back up when you're ready. Okay, you're gonna stay in your chair. I'm gonna move my chair back up and we'll do a little bit of breath work. So this is a breathing technique that I like to do if I'm feeling kind of fatigued. And it's very simple. It's called a step up breath. So what we're going to do is we're going to break up our inhalation into 3 sections, 3 equal sections. So we'll inhale through the nose 1/3 of the way and then pause, and then 2/3 of the way and pause, and then all the way to the top. Bring as much air in as you can and then pause, and then we'll exhale through the mouth. Just kind of like a very gentle exhalation through the mouth. And we're gonna do this about 5 times. I'm gonna guide you through it. And if at any point you start to feel lightheaded or short of breath, just skip it, breathe normally, and practice a gentle, steady breath with the eyes closed. All right, so let's get started. Sit well again. I like to place one hand right on my lower belly for this so that I can really feel the abdomen expand and contract and can make sure I'm getting that deep diaphragmatic breath happening. Okay, so close your eyes. Hand to belly if you like. And then I'll guide you through this. So begin by exhaling all of your air out. And then through the nose, inhale 1/3 of the way, pause. Inhale 2/3 of the way, pause. Inhale all the way to the top, pause, and then gently exhale through the mouth, kind of like you're blowing out birthday candles. And again, inhale 1/3 of the way, pause, 2/3 of the way, pause, all the way to the top, pause, and exhale gently through the mouth. Inhale 1/3 of the way, pause, 2/3 of the way, pause, all the way to the top, pause, and gently exhale through the mouth. Let's do 2 more. Inhale 1/3 of the way, pause, 2/3 of the way, pause, all the way to the top, pause, and gently exhale through the mouth. Last one. Inhale 1/3 of the way, pause, 2/3 of the way, pause. Inhale all the way to the top, pause, and gently exhale through the mouth. Good. Now release that breathing technique. Just breathe normally. You can keep the eyes closed if you like. And reestablish that gentle, rhythmic breath. And from here, just observe the mind. Often these breathing techniques have an effect on our mind. And the one that we just did is intended to help you to feel calm, but also focused and alert. Those big, deep breaths help us to increase oxygen, increase energy, sort of wake up the mind, but there's also a steadiness. There's an ease. Take 2 or 3 more deep, gentle, smooth breaths. And from here, perhaps set an intention for the rest of your day. Perhaps it's a way that you'd like to feel in your body, or a state of mind that you'd like to cultivate. Maybe it's a project that you'd like to focus on, or a way that you'd like to communicate to somebody at work or somebody at home. So just take a moment and set that intention. All right, let's lower the chin down towards the chest. And slowly start to open up those eyes. Bring yourself back into the space. Let the awareness move outward. Okay, look forward. Let's do 1 big breath together. So reach your arms straight up. Take a big breath in, big as you can. And let it out of the mouth. Good. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed that little practice. Hopefully your low back and your hips feel great. I'll stick around for just a minute or so for questions. And as always, we will be sending this recording out, so you guys will be able to practice it all week if you like. Something that you guys could do to help us out, send this stuff to your friends if you really like them. Send them the video, send them a little bit of love, so that we can get more people practicing our Unfold Digital classes with us. Okay, have an excellent, you're very welcome, rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, and always be in touch with questions. Okay, namaste. Yes, Isabel, we will see you for the walking meditation. It's going to be great. Namaste, Heather. You're welcome. You're welcome, Mary. You're welcome, Paul. Thanks, Nancy. Thanks for joining. You're welcome, Karen.